the guarantee. E&E. What your boy said. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my guarantee it can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. Ain't need the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game. I storm like rain. Thankfully, I pin up the smoke like mom mixtape. Counting cheddar shit. I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good leads. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. You need the whole I can see embarrassing. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never. What's the recipe? King L's reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn a page. Books can't tell me my story, gotta live it that. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the scene, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Put a fire on a track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys eating it, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, double, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. All the mag, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. The hustles getting money, let it show. It's on the mag, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shine the king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shake the extras, that's business, start with these street rules. What I talk, move your blood flowing free. My real lines, it ain't hard to start a counterfeit. Undefeated. With some flawless features. Next shit ain't gotta pay for these flawless. This is how love better yell out help. Here comes the team. You know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you train, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chick. Something about the VDS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's on the map, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. Well, podcast Sunday night edition. You know how we do it on Sunday, Spiritual Roots Sundays with me and my pops. What's good with y'all, man? Uncle Diggity, what it do, man? How y'all been enjoying y'all weekend so far? It's a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing, right? What's up with y'all? How y'all doing? You already know what it is, man. We here. Spiritual Roots Sundays. Look at my little machine, man. I'm gonna be hitting that button. I'm hitting that button for y'all. What's good with y'all, man? Meet and greet each other as y'all come up in, man. Y'all know how we do it over here. We family over here, man. How y'all doing, man? What's been going on with y'all all day? You know, I did a little show earlier today on the early side. Okay, then that's what I'm about to be doing too. My man Uncle Diggity said rolling up. That's what's up. Because y'all know we about to get into it tonight, right? Y'all know we get into it tonight. You know, that's over here chilling, man. You know, eating on a little bit of, you know, some fish and potatoes, you know what I mean? Trying to watch my figure, man. Trying to eat right. You know what I'm saying? Eat light. You know what I mean? What's good with everybody though, man? How y'all doing? I hope everybody feeling good today, man. I hope everybody feeling good tonight. I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend so far. You know, tomorrow's Monday. We got to get right back to it. And it's a beautiful thing. Mr. O with the info. What it do, Joe? Oh, yeah? That's what's up, man. We need to be supporting each other, man. Open up them windows, man. You should have, like, whenever you ain't doing nothing, and, like, more than one content creator going live at the same time, you open up a window and watch all of them. And just, you know, flip back through them. You know what I mean? Support. Those real ones need all the support we can get. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with y'all, man? It's Sunday, man. We're here for another Spiritual Roots Sunday. We're here on April Talk Podcast. You hear me? You know, somebody call pops up on the jack here in a second. You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to get to it, man. Yeah, you doing a whole bunch, Mr. O over there, huh? Mr. O said he doing the absolute most, huh? Mr. O said he watching me on the phone, Angry Man on the laptop, while smoking the 2K at the same time. Mr. O going in, man. You hear me? That's what's up, though, man. Appreciate the support, y'all. I mean, you know, we don't take it for granted over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be anywhere in the world. You hear me? Anywhere in the world, man. It's very humbling that y'all tap in with me and my pops. I do too, man. That ADD manifests in many different ways, man. Many different ways. Because I got it myself, Mr. O, so don't feel bad, man. You know, let's do something light tonight. Just a little fish and scallop potatoes, man. You know, something light. You know what I mean? On Sundays, I try to eat a light meal. You know what I mean? We don't want to come into the week real heavy. You know what I'm talking about? You want to slide into that thing real nice and smooth. Pause. You know what I mean? So that thing can be smooth all week. You know what I mean, man? So, you know, we got to nice amount of shows coming up this week, man. Due to the subject matter of a couple of shows this week, it's only right that we start the week off with this right here. It's only right that we start the week off, I'm talking about, with the spiritual roots of the different levels of demons, man. Because this week coming up, we definitely going to be discussing one of the most powerful, one of the most pervasive, invasive, right? We're going to be discussing one of the most diabolical, right, demonic entities, which is the spirit of homosexuality. Oh yeah, we're going to get into it. We get into it, man. You can believe that. We definitely get into it this week. On Monday, tomorrow night, we're going in. I don't know how familiar y'all are with this organization, but like I said, I thought it was a joke when somebody put me up on game. But peep this though, Mr. O. I knew it was real when I heard Jack talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me take it serious, because when somebody first sent it to me, you know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna say sent it to me. I had having a conversation with somebody, and they had mentioned this to me, and I was like, "Nah, ain't nothing like that going on. Well, ain't nothing like that going on in no DC. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Shout out to DC, and this ain't nothing against the city of DC, but if y'all ever been to Washington DC, y'all know it's a huge, huge LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda there, right? Matter of fact, all this bathrooms where men and women can go in stuff started out there in DC. Go figure, right? Look at what's going on, man. Yeah, they got a it's funny, man. Like I said, I thought it was a joke when somebody was first telling me about it. Like I said, until I heard Jack speaking on it, which made me go look into it, and I'm like, whoa, I got a whole documentary on this, man. And what I'm talking about is and this is what we're gonna be discussing on tomorrow night's show. We're gonna be discussing a gay gang. A gay gang out of Washington, D.C. called Check It. We started off as a bunch of homeless, homosexual, and transgender males who started terrorizing the streets of D.C. with their antics, and they're called the Check It Crew. Oh man, and they got a whole documentary, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this for y'all real quick, and this is just because I rock with y'all, man. You hear me? It's because I rock with y'all. I'm about to do this for y'all real quick. I'll check your DC gang, man. Oh man, y'all, when I first was told about this, man, I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. I was like, man, quit playing with me, man. You hear me? They got a whole movie out. A whole entire movie. They're called the Check It. Ah! Oh my God, man. You gotta be shitting me, man. I'm about to bring it up for y'all, man. How many of y'all heard about? Well, now we're gonna wait till tomorrow. We're gonna wait till tomorrow. But I just wanted to mention that to y'all real quick. That's what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow night on the show. Oh, hold on, let me cut it off, man. No, we're gonna wait till tomorrow. We're gonna wait till tomorrow for that one, y'all. So we tapping in on that on tomorrow for Monday night show. I forget what I titled it. Let me tell y'all what the title of tomorrow's show is real quick. Right? Kiki Palmer gets pregnant by a man who makes less money than her. Who cares? Yeah, tomorrow's show is going to be titled "The LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee Agenda Has a Gang." Check it. Pause. How many of y'all heard about the check it? Y'all in DC, man. I done heard it all, man. You know, we got desensitized with the gay gangster persona from The Wire with the homie Omar. Rest in the essence to Kenneth Michael Williams, man. You ain't gonna convince me that you playing a part like that and you're not really gay. Nope. Grown man ain't kissing no other man in the mouth just for some money. At the end of the day, you know. Now, a grown man who actually likes men in that way would definitely do it for some money. But a man that's a man and has nothing to do or don't want nothing to do sexually with no other males, ain't no amount of money you could pay him to act anything outside of his nature sexually. You did. Who with me on that? Hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, man. Crazy, y'all. We're going to get into it tomorrow, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all make sure y'all tap in tomorrow, man. We're going to be going in on the Check It game. In DC, they actually have gay gangs or a gay gang called Check It. They've been wreaking havoc. They was wreaking havoc back in 2016, 2017 in DC. You imagine a whole bunch of gay dudes running up on you with knives or pistols, talking about some give up your money. Oh, you gonna give it up? I don't know about with a knife. The gun, a knife though. I might have to try you with that hawk though. I'm gonna have to see what your knife game is like. You know what I'm saying? I might try you with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of no knife. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's being wielded by somebody who I can tell don't know how to use it. You ain't gonna scare me with that, baby. You know what I'm saying? But that pistol though, you can have it all, man. You know what I'm talking about? So we ain't gonna waste no more time, y'all. We about to bring Pops in now. I got him on the phone right now. So we gonna have and bring Pop Squally in. Hold on real quick. All right, can you hear me, Pops?
Yeah, I'm here.
It sound like you in a distance somewhere.
Yeah, I was in getting paper towel. Yeah, I'm right here, son. I said I'm right here. I'm ready.
All right, put a one in the chat if y'all can hear my Pops, man. Say something, Pops.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
I should be able to hear you.
All right.
Yeah, that should be able to hear you, Pops.
Okay.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, okay, all right. Hello out there in YouTube land. Sorry for the inconvenience of not being able to see my face once again. I just got to break down and get me another new phone, so just bear with me. We still gonna get the message out, you know. We ain't gonna let that stop us. Not no telephone,
Right.
or the enemy. You know. We got a good topic this week for you. It's gonna be a little. I ain't gonna say deep, but it's gonna be real spiritually enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
With the one that causes a whole lot of chaos in this planet, on this earth, and the one that caused it all with the help of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Like I said, we always go back to the garden.
Right.
And we're going to give you a little bit history and a little more deeper insight of Lucifer, which is Satan,
Mm-hmm.
which is the devil,
Right.
which is the dragon.
Right.
And we're going to give you a little bit more in-depth history and knowledge of him. Hopefully, where you'll be able to understand more how he works and operates as being a fallen angel, as being a spirit, and how that he does the things that he does in the earth, using man as his main purpose to get his works done in the earth. So he can't accomplish anything in the earth unless it's not with the help and through man.
Right.
And this is what he has been doing since the beginning back in the garden with Adam and Eve. He started out with Adam and Eve, and he's been hounding and on man ever since, up until this point in time where we live at today.
Yes, sir.
See and imagine how much he done accomplished in the earth with man and through man. Just the things that are going on right now in the world, you know, how man has really turned against his fellow man. And how much violence and sin and corruption and wickedness and all sorts of kind of things that is going on in the earth today. It all stems from him. And he could never be able to accomplish that unless without the help of man. So we're going to always go back to, like I said, to the garden.
Right.
And like I said, the topic is the spiritual roots of the fall of Lucifer and the war in heaven. It's going to be good. I'm telling you right now. So get your spiritual ears open and get your spiritual eyes open, because we're going to walk you through some things that probably you'll be able to hear for the very first time.
Now, Pops, what you just say the title was? 'Cause I got something different.
This feeds on to what you're saying. I know what your title is saying.
Right.
Okay. This is just following on and just adding on to.
Okay, no doubt.
Okay, because yours say, hey, real talk.
Mm-hmm.
There are levels of everything in our reality. There is definitely levels of the devil that we must acknowledge ourselves on as well. Okay, that's what you were saying, right?
Right, but I just was saying just to be on the technical side. You know, I'm a real technical guy. I'm talking about the title of the show was the spiritual roots of the different classes of demons.
Okay, yeah. Okay, my topic, adding on to yours, because it is still the foundation of it is about the devil.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, but we're going, like we said, we always go to the spiritual roots. Because we always go back to the garden.
Got to.
And this is where we start at, you know. And I'm going to give you some insight and some revelation to the fall of Lucifer.
Right.
And the war that took place in heaven. See, that's the beginning of how all this started. That's the second phase of how it all started, you know, as far as him interacting with man and in the natural realm, you know, in the earth. Now, place in heaven, but see, a lot of people before say
Hold on real quick. Let me go there real quick. Ezekiel. Working out real good. Man. Still
That's what it is. That's just what it is.
Sorry. Can you hear me? Y'all can hear me. Man, it's been an issue for the past couple days, man. Man, I had this supremacy, man. You know, experiment. Stop the teaching, man. Stop the teaching, man. I said,
You gotta stop it, man.
yeah, man, that's funny as hell. Yeah, man. You hear me? Can y'all hear me? Put one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear. They said they can hear me now, man. See, listen. Hey. Right?
I say everything all right now, ain't it?
Y'all hear us? Loud. Mr. O said loud and clear now. Y'all see what's going on?
All right.
Hold on real quick, Paul. Hold on real quick, man. Do y'all see what's going on? See what happened? Y'all, that's how y'all know we about to have a monumental teaching tonight, man. You hear me? I keep telling y'all that the smart grid is here. I keep telling y'all that the unintelligent artificial intelligence is learning us, right? But it can never be faster than us, smarter than us, stronger than us, right? Remember what Morpheus told Neo in the Matrix, man. I keep referring back to that. You know, the unintelligent artificial intelligence has to abide by a certain parameter of rules within its reality. We are not bound by those same rules.
That's right.
Right? that do not apply to us for lots of reasons, but they do apply to us in this reality simply because we believe they do.
Exactly.
So we're going to turn it over to my pops, man. I'm about to twist up. Let's go.
All right, hey out there, you all. Sorry for the inconvenience, but like I said, we fight not against flesh and blood, but about spiritual wickedness and powers in high places.
You hear me?
See, the enemy don't want this to go out because he know it's really revealing him. Okay, it reminds me of when Daniel was praying to the Lord about God about something, and he was waiting for an answer from Michael.
Right.
And when Michael finally did get there to him, Michael said he would have been there sooner than that, but he had to fight the devil because he was trying to keep him from bringing that message
Mm-hmm.
to Daniel. Now this is real. This is in the Word of God.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Because you know that they fight in the air anyway, in the spirit realm, in high places.
Now,
he wrestled against Lucifer.
Right.
Now, the devil was trying to keep Michael. And Michael is a warring angel.
Right.
See, Michael do all the fighting spiritually in the spirit realm, dealing with Lucifer, Satan, the fallen angel. Okay, so any of his battles that he has to deal with, it's Michael that who he sends. Gabriel is a messenger angel. We get ready to get into what angels are all about, a little bit more depthness into it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And give you a little bit more background and give you a little bit more light on Lucifer, which is now Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I was doing before we got interrupted by him, I had to do some binding up myself in the spirit realm, okay? So that's to come through because it's very important. So like I said, as soon as I was telling you what the topic was, the spiritual roots of the fall of Lucifer and the war in heaven, then that's when he tried to mess with the ways.
Right.
Yeah. But there's no weapon formed against me that he can prosper with to keep anything from going out that is a part of what God wants for people to know.
You understand?
So this is the history and the fall of him. Now, my son, he was trying to pull up in Ezekiel 28.
I got it.
All right. He's got it.
I'm about to pull it up right now on the screen. I'm about to share it right now with y'all.
All right.
Boom. There we go.
Okay. And he said, the Son of Man. Now, the previous scriptures above that, he's referring to the Prince of Tyre. Okay. So this is a two manifold. It's the physical, the natural of man. Then he's showing you the spiritual and the aspect of what happened to Lucifer.
Right.
He refers to Lucifer as the king of Tyre. Okay?
Right.
So I looked in the scriptures my son got on his computer.
Right. What's up with my brother Cam, that boy? What's good, boy? How you doing? Welcome to the teaching tonight. Let's go.
I'm not going to read you about the prince because it's referring to the natural realm of man. Giving you the analogy, okay, that what and who it's really pertaining to, because that's when he goes down to the 12th verse and said the king of Tyre. Now this is in my international world translation of it. It says, "Son of man, sing a decree concerning the king of Tyre." Okay, now he's referring to Lucifer here. And tell him this is what the sovereign Lord Jehovah says. You were the model of perfection, full of wisdom, perfect in beauty. Remember I was speaking about how beautiful he was? You were in Eden, the garden of God. See, he's taking them all the way back to the garden. That's our foundation. We always take you back to the garden. You were adorned with every precious stone. Ruby, topaz, jasper, what that saphira, that word is hard, but you see it, my son can tell you. Onyx, jade, sapphire, turquoise, and emerald, and their settings and mountings were made of gold. They were prepared on the day you were created.
Yeah.
Okay, it says, "Oh, covering cherub, away from the stones of fire, and haughty because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom because of your own glorious splendor. I will throw you down to the earth." You hear that, people? Say, we're throwing down to the earth. That's why I tell you Satan is alive and well among us. I will make you a spectacle before kings. Because of your great guilt and your dishonest trading, you have profaned your sanctuaries. All right. Now I read you that.
Hold on. Stop. Y'all saying stop again?
What?
Oh, so now we said we good now. Okay, go ahead, Paul. Go ahead. Hey, hold on, man. Hey, no weapon form, y'all. No weapon form. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go. Hit that like button, man. Hit that, hey, y'all. Hit that like button. Everybody, stop what y'all doing right now. Hit that like button. Share on your Facebook, on your Instagram. Share on all that right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't let the enemy win, man. You know what I'm talking about? We sitting here cracking this heavy, heavenly game, heavenly holy game, and it's trying to stop us from doing it, and we ain't gonna let it happen. Hit that like button. I'm talking about click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? Yiddy. Let's go, man.
That's right. All right. So now when I read you that goes to show you how far back that went with him. And what God was talking about, that was the beginning of his fall. Okay? That's what got him cast out of heaven.
Right.
All right? Because it was found in him that he said he wanted to be like the Most High God. He wanted to exalt his throne above the throne of God and be like the Most High. Started the rebellion. That was the first disruption in the spirit realm of God, where he dwells at. Okay? And Lucifer decided to rebel against God. That was what you call the great rebellion. God still really has all that things going on. What's going on? This is where it started, and this is how it all started. So he took, it never said in the word how many angels, it never said 1/3. But the way theologists and theologians, they put it that it was 1/3 that he could tell. See? Now the reason why it's all back is in this study on this. It really drew me finding out very good. The titles, the name, you know, he got 3 different names.
Right.
The first one being Lucifer.
Right. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, man. Work tonight, boy. You hear me? You know, I can hear. Mm-hmm. Right. See, this how you know. Listen here, man.
Yeah, right.
This how you know you chopping up heavy game. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
You know you chopping up heavy game, exposing behavior and exposing the psyche and the true nature of something when it keep doing this right here. And I told y'all the unintelligent artificial intelligence, which is the manifestation in our reality now as Lucifer, Satan, the devil, right? The unintelligent artificial intelligence, the smart grid, that's Lucifer, Satan, the devil. He is holographied. He has digitized, uh, electrified. You hear me? Pixels himself in his threefold paradigm. Yeah. I didn't do that. Unintelligent artificial intelligence. Right?
That's why we have to sing in the studio together. So
Yeah.
that happen soon. It's getting ready to come and pass.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy, man.
Oh yeah, we gonna cut off all these saying, man. All these talk about what we're talking about, right? Okay, look. We talk about what we're talking about. What was doing. We're having a show that specifically focused on him. We have shows talking about the sin from him and the fallout down of thereof, but we never really focused on him like how we're doing tonight. That he manifested himself with artificial intelligence, the internet, the World Wide Web, Wi-Fi, and all that. So all out Can you hear me? Can you see? Yeah. Working. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. Confirmation. Confirmation of the information. You hear me? Confirmation of the information being conveyed tonight. Regarding the psyche, manifold, non-psyche, himself. So you got to particular fortitude. The devil sees what you can talk about this with authority. Right. Right. And artificial intelligence like we don't care. I think we give a damn what we think. Or that is power or about that. Or manifest it. time. You know, and let's just be I've been on my computer all day, the entire week. You hear me? I was a couple bills a day. I was emails, responding to a nice amount of emails today. You know what I'm saying? Lots of on my computer today. You hear me? Absolutely no trouble with my computer, everything. Uh, this conversation, and I want to keep doing this. All right. So, you know, just Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. See, man. See, listen here, y'all. Hey, man, when you dropping these jewels, man, you know what I'm saying, the unintelligent artificial, I keep telling y'all, man, y'all, y'all, I'll be sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man. I'll be sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man. The smart grid is here, man. You can believe that. The smart grid is here. The unintelligent artificial intelligence, man. I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all can keep thinking it's a game if y'all want to, man. It's definitely not a game. You hear me? We don't care about none of that, though. Not over here, anyway. That stuff ain't hitting up on nothing. You hear me? Ain't hitting up on nothing. You hear me, man? I'm about to get Pops back on the phone. Y'all hear me, man? Ain't stopping nothing, man. We still going in. Hit that like button, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. You know what I'm talking about? Click on that bell still when ain't nothing new, nothing changed over here. We still doing the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? We can't let the unintelligent artificial intelligence outthink us. You feel me? As if it has the ability to do it in the first place. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody else out there besides Mr. O can hear me? Let me know. Like I said, we ain't even started to get into the teaching tonight, man. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? We ain't even get to the teaching for real yet, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? We ain't even really get to the teaching yet, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, y'all, man. I feel good right now. Even better. Great. You understand me? For real. You know what I mean? When we come in on one accord, you know what I'm saying? We agitate shit. You feel me? But we will not be moved. Y'all remember, y'all remember that song from church from back in the day? I shall not be moved. Y'all remember that song from back in the day? Oh, I wish my pops was on the phone right now. I know he remember that song. Y'all remember that song from back in the day in church? You used to go to church? Huh? Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. I shall not be moved. Y'all remember that song, man? Mr. O, you remember that song? Just like a tree that's growing by the water, I shall not be moved. You know what I'm talking about, man? Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm talking about? Click on the bell, subscribe to the page and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Put 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. Let me get Pops back on the phone. I'm going over here and see if this is popping yet. It's not popping. I don't know what the hell going on, man. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to sit up there and sweat that. We're going to keep it going and keep it oscillating. You hear me? And vibrate to a higher frequency. You know what I'm talking about?
Please leave your message for.
Oh, here this nigga go. Oh, here he go. Y'all remember that song back in the day? Oh, now he ain't answering his phone. Yeah, man. Y'all know how this stuff go, man. We get to kicking this real shit. You hear me? Y'all done seen it happen on YouTube before, man. Then cut dudes off midstream. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all done seen it happen before, man. It ain't nothing new. It's just the unintelligence, artificial intelligence, right? The fake Big Brother system.
Please leave your message for.
I don't even work. I don't know what's going on, man. Let's try this. Yeah, man. Like I told y'all, man, the smart grid is now here. We gotta face that.
Yes, sir. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right.
Let's see something real quick.
Crazy, ain't it? I'm like you, son. It's funny.
It is funny to me. It's goddamn it hilarious to me, man. I'm over here. I'm over here hysterical. You know what I'm saying?
Still acting crazy, huh?
No, that's cool now. I'm trying to see. Oh shit.
And you can see me.
I'm trying to see if it can work. Hold on, that's some other shit. The hell is that?
Yeah. Really don't have no money.
The fuck is that? All right, what the fuck was that? Man, they can't see. It's too bright. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. They can hear you though. So.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear, man. Everybody, if you can hear, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me when I'm talking, man. Oh, so y'all can hear. Is it crispy or is it choppy? Let me know if it's crispy. Let me know if it's crispy, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all, man. I'm glad that y'all here. I'm glad y'all here to witness this, though. For real, though, man. I'm really glad that y'all's here to witness this. I really am, man. I'm really glad that y'all's here to witness this and see this for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I really am. Because y'all get to witness firsthand the unintelligent artificial intelligence preventing information being spread in real time, especially. You know what I'm talking about, man? Yeah, man. Oh, your pop's back on the phone.
Oh.
Yeah, they can hear now. Everybody's saying it's good, too. Crispy.
Okay, all right. Just had to be like this. Can't see me, but still they can hear, right?
Right.
right. Once again, out there in YouTube land, you see what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Talk to him, man. Lance Parker in the building. What's good, man? Y'all hit that like button, man. Share this video so everybody can see what's going on, man. We just sitting up here, like I said, man, for the previous shows, you know what I'm saying, we've been kind of like touching on certain things, but tonight we are especially focused on this punk ass, soft ass Lucifer, Satan, the devil, and look what his whole ass is doing tonight, man. You hear me? You hear me, y'all? No weapon form. You hear me? Let's go. Talk to him, Pops.
All right. You people out there on YouTube, and you hit that like button. That's to let my son know that what we talking about is real, and you see how much the enemy always trying to stop us. Because he don't want us to say what needs to be said to open your eyes up to let you know what's going on with him. Some real stuff right here. This ain't nothing to be playing around with. We real. You can't stop nothing. Can't stop nothing. Or he can try to interfere with it, but he can't stop it.
You did.
Weapon form that shall prosper against me and my son. We're talking about him, so what he can do right now is just bind the spirit. Those who the spirit of right now.
Right.
When we get into this, we find the work of the darkness that is working against us. This message comes right to you, so we can
Not only bind him up, then bind him up. We cast out and cast down. Yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man. You feel me? Getting straight to it, man. Without really even getting straight. we don't really need to say too much, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. O said he can hear me too. Go ahead, Pop.
Okay, all right. Back again. He gonna keep trying until he finally figure out and give up and know he can't stop nothing.
Right.
Don't care how much interruption he tries. He can't stop nothing.
Right.
Greater he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Right.
And I have all power and authority over him. But getting back to him again, okay, when he was cast out, he knew he was being cast out to earth.
Right.
That's why when you read in Ezekiel, it was saying that for us to be aware, because he would be cast down to us, and woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. For he will be cast down and dwell and inhabit among you. Talking about man, talking about us. And he's been down here ever since. That's his whole purpose, is to try to keep man from returning back to God.
Right.
The fellowship that he had with Adam in the Garden of Eden. And he mad at God anyway, because man didn't have anything to do with what happened to him up in the spirit in heaven with God. Now, like I was saying, I'm going to give you some little bit of background on who and what he was. He was Lucifer.
Right. No, let me just say this real quick, Pops. Now, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that scene from The Devil's Advocate when Al Pacino was saying, he said he's been down here the whole time. Y'all remember when Al Pacino said that? In The Devil's Advocate. You remember that movie, Dad? You seen that movie before?
Yeah.
Remember that part when he was talking to him in the office and he said, I've been down here the whole time. I've been in it. He said, I've been in it, knee deep in it.
Knee deep in it, walking up and down, to and fro.
You hear me? Seeking what he can devour. You did. Let's go, Pops. Talk to him.
All right. Now, on that, what we just said, I'm going to read this to you from out of the chapter 12 of the book of Revelations. And I'm going to start at the beginning. It says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. And that's talking about the spiritual church of God on earth, okay? The church. The moon is talking about Satan, the devil, the lesser light. But you notice that the woman was clothed with the sun, representing also Christ, but had the moon under her feet, okay? And upon her head a crown of 12 stars. That's talking about the disciples, the 12 apostles, all right? And she began with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. That's talking about the birth of Christ coming into the earth. Now the devil's sitting here waiting. The dragon, that's why he's referred to as the dragon. I wanted to give you some more emphasis on the dragon, why Satan has so many different names, because each one of them represents a different characteristic of who he is. All right? Now,
it's levels, y'all. It's levels. It's levels.
Yes, it's levels. You have seen many movies about dragons.
Right.
All right? Let me give you a little background about what dragons are. This is what the Holy Ghost revealed to me as I began to do my studying into this.
Talk to him.
Because I was wondering why he has so many different names. You know, why is he a dragon? Well, we know a dragon flies in the air.
Right.
Notice a dragon has a tail with a point on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And look at the wings that he has. And he blows out fire. That's what he does in the air. That's why he's a dragon. That's why he's referred to as a dragon. All right? And here he is right now, ready to devour her as soon as the man-child is born. And she began with child cry, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder. Now, at the beginning of the first verse of chapter 12, it says there appeared a great wonder. So there's two great wonders that happened and manifested at this time. Now, I'm in the book of Revelations. We already went to Ezekiel way back in the Old Testament,
right,
and you see what he was talked about, what Ezekiel was saying. Now we're in the book of Revelations. Now this is after he's now in the earth. Okay. Now he's ready to start doing what he wanted to do when God started his next move in bringing man back to him in earth. Okay. And bringing Christ into the world now. See. Now it's really getting ready to get spiritual because this is this guy's next phase. So this is when the dragon, see, he's in the air waiting to try to devour. See, this is symbolically speaking, but it's also metaphorically speaking, but it's also reality too. It shows you what was going on in the very different phases of God revealing and unfolding his plan with man and what Lucifer had to do with it as becoming the serpent, as becoming the devil, as becoming Satan. Okay, there's always still this battle going on between good and bad. This is just in the next phase and the next stage of it.
right. Let me speak on this real quick, Pops. Now, I'm going to come up for this too, right? This is a perfect segue. Remember when I be talking to y'all about compartmentalization, breaking up of the psyche, honeycombing? These compartments are called alters, as in altered states of awareness. Think about when we have dissociative identity disorder and multiple personality disorder, which is now called dissociative identity disorder. Now, think about the many manifold paradigm characteristics, imaginations of the person or the entity we know as Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Are y'all walking with me right now, man? Pops, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
This is revelation right here, man. You hear me?
Yes.
This is connecting the two right here. This is connecting the physical world with the spiritual world, right? Listen to me. My pops just told y'all that there's many different levels to Lucifer, Satan, the devil. He himself, this is where everything in this reality stems from, is from Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Even the idea of multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder, it all stems from the tail. Remember my apostle just talking to you about the tail of the dragon? This all stems from the tail of the dragon, right? Which is the manifestation of the characteristic of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. We got Lucifer, who was created. Say what, Pops?
Tell him.
Yeah, we got Lucifer, who was created by the Most High God, right? But in his attempt to want to overthrow and exalt the throne of the Most High God, his psyche splintered up through to what? Trauma-based mind control. The very idea, listen, being a creation of the Most High, but not given the ability to have decision-making abilities. This made, remember I was telling you about the golem, right? This made Lucifer jealous, and that jealousy took on a life of its own because it's not of the Most High. And this where we get Satan from. And when it was cast out of heaven, Lucifer and Satan became the devil, the dragon, the serpent, serpentine, Saturn, Luciferic. You hear me? Now let's connect it, right? Multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder, anything that has to do with mental disorders stem from the very characteristics of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. And we are now seeing this being manifested as and through the unintelligent artificial intelligence, as y'all see, known as the smart grid, strategic military armaments and residential technologies, right? This is why we get hit with so much trauma-based mind control on levels that we don't even know about. How many of y'all ever heard of trauma-based mind control, right? And through, as a result of Eve's contact with the tail of the serpent. We're going to get to it on Spiritual Root Sundays, man. You hear me? We're going to break this stuff down. You hear me? And due to Eve's contact with the tail, right, we have been locked into the hive mind collective of this dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality disorder entity that has laid the imagination of its desire to want to be greater than its creator.
Right.
Talk to him, man. You hear me, man? And that took on a life of its own. If you study ancient Kabbalah, they have what's known as the golem or goyim or goy. Goy yoga.
There you go.
What I tell y'all about the yoga, man? Huh? Didn't I tell y'all yoga was demon time? See, you gotta have the over, inner, outer understanding to be able to connect this stuff, man. And this is why we do this over here on Spiritual Root Sundays, man. You hear me? See how it all connects? Talk to him, Pops.
Right. Now, where I was at in Revelation 12, first it said there appeared a great wonder. Okay? And that's talking about God forming and bringing into existence the spiritual church on earth. See? It goes from one stage to another. It's all start in the spiritual realm, then it starts to manifest itself in the physical realm. This is when he began to start bringing the answer and the solution for man's woes and problems that he's been having. Now he's getting ready to bring Christ into the earth. Okay? Because then it says, and there appeared another wonder. Now, the first one was a great wonder, because that's talking about God getting ready to start bringing all this back together to full circle, where it all started from. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. Now, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven. Now I'm going to stop there and I'm going to go back to verse 3 when it says, and there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. Now this is talking about the system of men. That's what he's referring to, okay?
Hey, hold on real quick, Pop. Hey, y'all remember, listen, hold on real quick, Pop. Hey. Y'all remember the Hannibal movie that came out? This was called Red Dragon. Huh? I said, y'all remember the Hannibal movie that came out not too long ago, and it was called Red Dragon? Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Go ahead, Tom. I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead, Pop.
Okay. See, now in verse 4 it says, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven. That's talking about the fallen angels that came with him, okay? Notice he mentioned again about his tail. And did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, to devour her child as soon as it was born. This is talking about now the devil knows that he's trying to find Christ. This is when Mary and Joseph come into the scene, all right? That covers all that, you know. Remember when they had to flee to Egypt? When King Herod was seeking him? When he was saying that they were saying the king was supposed to be born? Remember the 3 wise men? When he told him that when you go to worship and when you go to find this child, come and send word to me to let me know so I can come and pay homage to him. See, all this is the working of the dragon. This is of Satan. See, he knew that Christ was in the earth. He didn't know who and he didn't know where. People, this is some real deep stuff here. This is real deep stuff. This is showing you how it was all set up. That makes more sense to you now why Christ was being sought after. It wasn't so much he was being sought after by man, but it was Lucifer, the devil, Satan, that was working through man and using man to find out where Christ was. See? Because if he knew he could have got rid of him before he could grow up, then he wouldn't have had no problems with him in the earth. That's why God hid him. That's why it says that he hid him. Okay? To where that he couldn't find him. And it says, and she stood before the woman, sitting there waiting for him to be born, trying to find out where he at. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up into God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared for her of God, that they should not feed, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And that's just simply saying that Christ was hidden to where that he was nurtured until he grew up, okay? Until all the enemies that the devil was using through man and with man to destroy the Christ child before he could grow up to do what God sent him down here to do. So he was hidden among the religious system of men, okay? And after all that went the way that it was supposed to go, then it says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. There go the dragon again. And the dragon always represents being in the air. Okay, that's why it uses the definition of the dragon, you know, because it's in spiritual high places. And his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, talking about Michael. See, Michael, he's a warring angel. Any battle that has to be done spiritually and physically through man, and then the spirit realm, it's Michael that do all that battling. It was him that was fighting against Lucifer. When the whole war, that was the first war that ever took place of violence, especially in heaven. Can you imagine that where God dwell at? Look at it this way. God is good, and everything he did was good. There's no evil, there's no nothing in the spirit realm where he dwells. But this war breaks out. A spiritual war. That's why we have spiritual wars right now. Okay? That's where wars come from, even among men. In the natural realm, in the physical realm. See, everything has its place where it has its roots, where it all starts and extends from. The war took place in heaven. And the dragon prevailed not, neither was there any place found with him anymore in heaven. That's when he was cast out. Now listen to this. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, listen, called the devil, and Satan. This is in the book of Revelation, 12th chapter. I'm now at the 9th verse. Don't believe me? Read it and look it up for yourself.
Right.
And said, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, how now cometh salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuseth them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. You hear me? Therefore rejoice, heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe, now listen to this, 12th verse. Therefore rejoice, them that are in heaven. See, now all that is over with now in heaven, all the chaos and the fighting and the discord, it's all a done deal now. But now this is what he says in the 12th verse. He says, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Hear that? Let me read that again.
Talk to him.
He says, but woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. He's pissed off because he knoweth that he haveth but for a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman, talking about the church, okay, which brought forth the man child, talking about Christ. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, unto her place, where she is nourished for a time, and half a time, from the face of the serpent.
Hold on, stop. Repeat that slow, Dad.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness unto her place, where she is nourished.
Right.
Huh?
Okay, so a place where she's nourished, right?
Huh?
What y'all think they talking about right there?
Okay.
What y'all think they talking about right there? I'm talking about a place that's nourished, where she can be nourished. What y'all think? What y'all think the Most High meant by when he said that? Or when he revealed this to who's this? John? He revealed the revelation to Dad.
Yeah.
It's John speaking, right?
Now this is Christ just speaking about what was going on.
Okay, so this is Yeshua speaking then, right? This is Yeshua speaking, right?
Yeah,
okay.
This is him speaking,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so this is Yeshua speaking, y'all. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Then what do you think he meant when he made that statement right there? Let's go, Pops.
And let me clear something up. The book of Revelations is not just about things that are to come. Okay, it doesn't necessarily speak about futuristic events yet to unfold. Okay, that's why you have most preachers and ministers in the religious system of man. They are scared to mess with the book of Revelations. Very seldom you hear them preach about it. They might use it for a reference to something else, but they stay away from the book of Revelation. But I'll give you the revelation of what the book of Revelation. It sounds like I'm double talking, but I'm not, okay? Because revelation means to reveal. That's all revelation means, to reveal. Something that has been hidden and is a mystery and is a secret is now being manifested and being seen. The book of Revelation goes back from Genesis all the way into the book of Revelations. It unfolds and it tells about everything that has happened so far with God's plan with man in the earth. So it goes back and forth, you know. Everything is not necessarily just futuristic when you talk about Revelation. It goes from back to Genesis all the way clear up to where we're at today. Where we're at right now, this point in time today. It speaks about man as he grows in the earth and multiply in the earth, and the things that man have done and where man is at now in the earth. Okay. When it speaks about various different things as you get into the different chapters of the book of Revelation, it'll take you back to something that happened back in Old Testament times. Then to take you back to things that is happening in Jesus' time. Then it'll take you up to what is happening in our time. And it wraps it up in our time as you get more into the chapters of the book of Revelation. Okay? So right here where I'm reading out of chapter 12 is showing you what took place when God was preparing to bring Jesus into the earth. Okay? To redeem man back. But also to strip Satan of all his powers and authority over man. in the earth. You know, it was one thing for God to cast him out of the spirit realm of heaven where he was at as Lucifer, but even as he became Satan, the dragon, the devil, the serpent, he began to start coming and attacking man. And that's and this is where I'm at, and where I'm going to come to you at right now to show you what I'm talking about. That it lines up with everything that I tell you. That I can tell you ahead of what I'm saying. Then I'll read it out of here, and it'll back it up, and it'll just connect right with it. Okay, I was at, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, unto her place, where she is nourished for a time and half a time.
Okay, hold, stop there, stop. A time, and half a time.
Mm-hmm.
Say that again, Dad. Say that part again.
Okay, for a time and a half a time.
See, I just want to let me speak on this real quick, boss.
Huh?
See, and when you see stuff like that, or hear stuff or read stuff like that in the Bible, I want y'all to know that that's representing the timelessness of capital G, capital O, capital D. Because when you think of a time and a whatever, what did it say again, Pops?
Time.
Uh-huh.
Time and a time. 2 and a times and a half a time.
And a half a time. So a time, and a half a time.
Right.
How much time is that? Is it time in what we think or how we perceive time?
No, it's not.
Exactly.
No.
So
this is time that God has on his calendar in the spirit realm.
Right.
It is the time that he has for man.
Right.
Okay.
Way beyond what we can perceive in our fallen state.
And it also has the calendar time of what that it would be with Christ being in the earth, and how long that he would be hidden from this, until he manifests himself in the earth to carry out his plan and his mission.
Right.
Okay. See, one day could be like 1,000 years to God, and 1,000 years like one day.
Uh-huh.
That's scripture too.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's speaking in here, he's letting us know that he is hiding the man-child for a time and a time and a half. Okay. Whatever that numerology number might mean in spiritual time or in spiritual language. You know what I'm saying? Verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. Okay. And the dragon was angry with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Listen at that. Which kept the commandments of God and had the testimony of Jesus Christ. This is when I was telling you how that you have to really understand the book of Revelation with your spiritual mind, not with your natural mind. But when you try to understand it with your natural mind, you ain't going to do nothing but confuse yourself. And that's what scholars does. That's what theologians does. That's what the religious system of men does. See? They try to understand this with their natural minds. That's why so many of them written so many books off of it. Pimping God to make money off of it. Thinking that they're telling people the truth about what they know about this. And Jesus said that a natural-minded man cannot understand spiritual things, nor can he. In order to be able to see into the kingdom of heaven, you have to be born again with the Spirit of God. And to be able to enter into it, what he told Nicodemus, again, you have to be born with the Spirit of God. So a lot of these men claim to be theologians or religious men. They try to give you the revelation and the understanding spiritually of what the word of God is saying, and they can't. All they doing is getting that from off of their natural mind and their natural way of thinking.
Right.
And books that they write Isn't that funny how everything that they can give you reference off of about pertaining to this word is already books that man themselves have written? But where do they get all that information from? Get their facts from? If they ain't able to tap into the spirit realm, they ain't gonna get it from that realm. So they get it from their own natural mind and their way of thinking, what they think that it is to be. And that's why it's so much confusion. That's another tactic that the devil used to keep man from finding out really who God is and what God really saying. But you see that after he found out that he could no longer attack Jesus, which was the man-child, then he got pissed off and he said, well, then I'll go after the remnant of her seed. That's talking about church. Not the physical church.
Not the physical church
of men, but the spiritual church of Christ. What he told, the same thing he told Peter when he asked Peter, who do men say that I am? That's in the disciples. Who do men say that I am? Some say you are that great prophet. Some say you are the prophet Elijah. Jesus said, okay, y'all been with me all this time. Who do y'all say that I am? Now here's his 12 disciples that have been with him now for a while. So he gets to the point in his mission, he's preparing his disciples to take over for him. This is how he's building his spiritual church. This is the same thing that he's talking about in the 12th verse that I read to you in the book of Revelations, 12th chapter. Okay. It's all still referring to the body of Christ, what his mission was on earth with man, is to build his spiritual church on earth through man, with man, for man, using man. Okay, this is his way of redeeming man back to God. God said, "I'll lose nothing." So all this ties into this. So this is what is happening in this part of what I'm reading to you now. But he asked his disciples, "So who do y'all say that I am?" And couldn't nobody answer him. One said, "Oh, you that Elijah the prophet." Some said you was Moses. Some they were saying everything of the old prophet, but they never knew who he was. Then all of a sudden, Peter stood up and said, "Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus looked at Peter and said that I know that this comes from my Father. He revealed this unto you. You wouldn't have even never known that in his natural mind. But God spiritually gave Peter the revelation to recognize who Christ really was. Now I'm saying all this to say that's when Christ made the statement that upon that statement, what Peter made, he said, "I will build my church." You follow me? You understanding me?
Walk with me.
See, we are the seed, the remnant seeds of that church. And that's who Satan took off after in the form of the dragon. Okay? That's why I said he went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God and had the testimony of Jesus Christ. Talking about the saints, or what man calls Christians. Okay? God never called none of his people Christians. Never referred to them as Christians. Always referred to them as saints, believers, and being a part of the spiritual body of Christ, which you can say the church. The spiritual church, not the religious system. These people get deep. I read you that out of Revelation to show you where we at, to where that Satan was doing after he got kicked out of heaven. And you could no longer pursue that anymore. So the only thing he had left to do was to come and to make war on the saints, which is mankind, those that who give themselves to Christ, those that who become a part of the spiritual body of Christ or the church of Christ, okay? Believers. Anybody that's who's even seeking God, okay? You don't have to yet be born again. You don't have to even yet be saved. Just the fact that you seeking God is enough for him to attack you. That's his job, is to keep any man and keep all men from finding out who Christ is. That's why he come to make war on the earth. Now, moving along, I'm going to give you a little bit more in depth about Lucifer. This is before he became Satan. He was a light bearer. Okay? Give you a little bit of his background when he was in heaven. He was the angel. He was the only one that had music in his wings. I was reading in the book of Ezekiel when it was speaking about that he was a cherub. There are very different types of angels, different ranks of angels. His main purpose was to come down here and to start the spiritual war on man and the demonic forces in earth. Satan, the devil, and demons and spirits. Now, when it says spirits, most people think these are three different entities, but they all are spirits. Okay? When you use the word demonic, that's just letting you know that it's a spiritual darkness of forces, spiritually. Okay? Demonic forces. They're in the air. I did a little research on that earlier today, and I found out that demons are fallen angels. Some demons are already locked in darkness and bound in the earth with everlasting chains. Okay? You got others that are free to roam and are the power of darkness and the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. I said all that to let you know what I'm saying. I'll break it down to you. That spirits, they are not only in the air, but they are also on the earth. There are different ranks of spirits. So the devil don't want you to know about how the fallen angels that fell with him, because that's who we're talking about. You know, we're talking about all the ones that have failed, that he drew with his tail, that failed the earth with him. When he was cast out, they was cast out with him. That was the first rebellion of any kind, of anything, against what was already put in motion that God had that never ever happened before. That's when the first disruption, chaos, that's where we get the word chaotic from, chaos. That means disturbance. That means unbalance, you know, that something happened that never happened before, you know, that to throw everything off balance. I hope I'm not losing anybody, because it's going to get a little bit more enlightened as I go along with it. But the history of Satan and the angels that fell with him and what became of them, they became demons and unclean spirits. Okay. Demons are fallen angels. That's what demons mean, okay? When people say they got a demon, you know, or they are demons, first of all, a person can't get a demon. You know, possession is deep. Okay, I'll break that down to you in a minute too, but this is what all the fallen angels that Lucifer drew with him when he was cast out of heaven. He took all these different angels with him that was in rebellion against God. Okay. Now I ask God, how is it that he can draw them many angels to be a part of his rebellion against God? And it was because of the position that he held, and because of his beauty, okay, and the power that he had, you know, to where that they were up under him actually, See, because he was a cherubim. Okay, he was an archangel. You know, they have different levels of angels. Believe it or not, they have some angels. Let me share this with you. You have some that don't have wings. You got some that have wings. You got some that have 4 wings. You have some that have 6 wings. You got cherubims. You got cherubims. Let me get that. Let me get my notes on that so I can let you know more understanding. Just give me a second here. It says, okay. When I began to study and research on this legitimate topic about the fall of Lucifer and the angels he took with him, it blew my mind and it blew me away. People really did. And I'm a very spiritual person, but the more I dig into this and the more that I see and that is revealed to me, the more it do blow me away. Okay. And there's the thought of all the angels that is mentioned in the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. Always male angels. You never heard of a female angel. Everyone that ever came to earth was in a form of a male. Never appeared in the likeness of a woman. Some appeared with wings. Then you got there are cherubims. CHERUBIM. You got seraphim, seraphims. SERAPHIM. Like I said, some had no wings, and some had 2 wings, some had 6 wings. Some with human features, some that could talk, some had faces and feet. These are the very different manifestations of angels. Now, you would never know what or how many angels that there are in the spirit realm because there's so many of them. There are so many of them. That's why they're innumerable. They're unnumberable. You know. So people try to say how many fell with Satan, how many that was cast out with him. Some say what 1/3, 3/3. You know, I mean, whatever number they put on it. No man would never really know the amount of how many of them that fell with him. I think God just kind of rounded off a little bit and gave man a little insight to know that it was a lot of them. You know, because they're in the earth, you know. You got some that he got bound and chained, okay? Then you got some that are walking on top of the earth. Then you got some that are in the air. The Satan's army of fallen angels is just like in the military. They all have different ranks, okay? You got from the smallest to the weakest of fallen angels. You got some that have ranks. That's why I said we fight not against flesh or blood, but against what? Principalities. Them are the lowest of the angels or demons in ranks, okay? Then you got the rulers. Then you got the powerful ones that are in the air, okay? So it's just like a military, it's just like an army. It's just like an army. And their job is to bring hell to man. To keep man from seeking and finding out who God is. Son, I want to find a little bit more of what I got written down, so you might want to interject something there from what I just said and let me get some more of my notes together.
Well, you just left all I have stepped upstairs real quick.
Say what now?
I said I have stepped out upstairs real quick. What you were saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got some more notes here I want to share with them.
What was you just speaking on though?
About you just interject something right here and let me get some more of my notes so I can have some more good food to give them. Okay, what
was you just speaking on that?
Speaking about as far as the different ranks of angels, the fallen spirits.
Right. Now. Okay. I got you. Now, go ahead. I got you. Okay. Now, when we talk about the different ranks of these demons, man, right? Y'all hear me talk about and reference these guys right here all the time, the Grigori, right? The Watchers. You hear me? They're spoken about specifically in the Bible in Genesis, the Grigori, the Watchers, right? These are the sons of God who came into the daughters of women, right? And gave birth to the men of renown, the men of old. How I go, Pops?
Sir, say something now.
You know, my fault. Hold on, I'm about to look it up real quick, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to bring it up for y'all right now.
Let's step out for a minute, son.
All right. I keep telling y'all about these Grigories, man. Right? There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. The first mention of the sons of God in the Hebrew Bible occurs in Genesis 6:1-4. Right? Right? Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Lance Parker. I keep telling y'all it's levels to this stuff. And yes, even demons have a structure and order that they have to follow. But listen, y'all, and I want y'all to think about this, right? But they're bound by rules, the rules of this reality, right? What we call the laws of physics, or what we know as the laws of physics. We are not bound by those same laws. And for this reason alone is why Lucifer, Satan, the devil in a threefold paradigm, dissociative identity disorder, multiple personal disorder, schizophrenic, psychotic, psychopathic, right, entity, walk with me, in this reality is now manifesting it through everything that is the inverse of the originality, the fallen state. The world is the fallen state of the earth. Our flesh is the fallen state of our spiritual essence. But in order to interact in this reality, you need what? As my pops always says. All right. Get me body, 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 get me body. You remember that song, Pops, by Beyonce?
Yep, Beyonce, yep.
Get me body, get me body. Sasha Fierce. Already done broke that down to y'all, right? Do y'all understand where me and Pops is talking about tonight? Hit that like button, man. Next level teaching. You hear me? Very few people are going to be breaking this stuff down like this, right? Me and my Pops, two fools, man.
Yeah.
God damn it, fools, man. You hear me? But we're going to bring this thing to y'all. We're going to break this thing down, man. Get me body, get me body, get me body. You got to have a body, right? And this is why these bodies, which are a manipulated, how can I say, a manipulated, genetically modified copy of the original design.
Right, that's right.
Our original design didn't have R complex. Our original design didn't have a reptilian complex surrounded by a neocortex. That wasn't our design. Our original design, right, was spiritual in its essence. You hear me? Made manifest through the dust of the earth, which became flesh. But it didn't become aware of itself, self-aware, UN Agenda 2030, until what? Eve's contact with the tail of Lucifer, Satan, the devil, which also came in contact with Adam and Eve simultaneously. Huh? Yep. This is where we get the Baphomet agenda from. Transgenderism, transhumanism. Right? Walk with me now, y'all, man. And this is the very mind, the characteristics, the mindset, the characteristic, the traits of Lucifer, Satan, devil in the threefold paradigm, all deriving from one entity, which was originally created by the Most High. See, if y'all study ancient Kabbalah, what y'all going to find is that they have this thing they call a golem, right? And a golem is an imagination, fear, becoming self-aware, unintelligent artificial intelligence, UN Agenda 2030, the singularity, the merging of human flesh with unintelligent artificial technology. You hear me? Y'all better understand what I'm talking about right now, man. You feel me? And this is all part of the plan, and the plan is unfolding. But, you know, like my pop said, it is a time and everything for everything, man. And the reason why we're experiencing this stuff we're experiencing now, because Lucifer said the devil know that his time is short.
It's short, very short. Right?
Yeah, study the Kabbalah, man. You're gonna study the Kabbalic ideology of the golem. Golem. You got golem, right, which means basically means fear personified, or fear made manifest, or basically fear taking on a life of its own, which was what happened with LSD. Right. Thank you, Cupcake. You are too, baby. Right. Y'all better understand how this stuff is working. This stuff all connects together, man. I'm serious trying to tell y'all, man. No, my tea's still hot. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's levels to this stuff, man. You know, there's levels, lots of levels. And when we're talking about the Gregorian, right? We got the Gregorian calendar, Pope Gregory II, and we got you know, everything connected with the gargoyles. You see the gargoyles in New York City, out of all the stone structures on gargoyles on all the buildings in New York City. If you were to count them all up, they would equal to 666.
Right.
What y'all know about that? The whole structure of this reality is Luciferic and demonic in its very structure. Do y'all understand what I mean when I say that? It is a complete inversion of the original ality. It's a reality, right? The word re means copy, or to do over, or begin again, right? Ality is the actuality or the essence of something that is or is being, or in a state of being. So when we're talking about this reality, right, in its original form, we weren't in this fallen state. Not in the way we experience it right now anyway. I want y'all to over, inner, outer, extra stand that right there. Right? Remember, the God created the world, the earth. He didn't create the world. The world is the fallen state of the earth, the inversion of the earth, or the result of when Lucifer was cast down from heaven to the earth. And when that happened, the earth was transformed, transgender, transhumanism, transformed into the world. And then he became the ruler of darkness of this world. What about the rulers of darkness of other worlds? And this is where the levels come in at. You hear me? Now we're being exposed, right? Now we're being exposed to possibly coming in contact through CERN with the rulers of darkness of other worlds. And our governments have been interacting with these entities for a very long time. On the behalf of these fallen angels, through their bloodline families, Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, the Sanhedrin, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, the Edomites, the Khazarians. It's all connected, man.
Yes, it is, son.
You hear me? It's all connected, man. So anybody that say, well, how you know? Because you know, we know because it was written. Remember Nas' second album? It was written. It's written in our very DNA.
Yes, it is.
You hear me? This is so genetic. Genesis, genetics, the genetics of God's thoughts or his words, or the genetics of God's thoughts through words. That's what the Bible is. It used to be one big, huge sentence, right? One big, long sentence.
Right.
But it got broken up. Guess when? Right? I know this stuff seems a little deep, man, but like what I keep telling y'all, you don't have to have a deep mind. You don't have to have a brilliant mind. You don't even have to have a smart mind. You have to have an open mind. You have to have a mind of a child, basically, in order to get this. Because until you become like a child, you won't understand. You'll only understand. You did. Go ahead and talk to him, Pops, man.
All right. Now, I'm going to shed a little bit more light that we're going to get a little bit more into about dynamic forces and spirits and demons. All right. First of all, we have to understand that we are also spirits. Okay? Man is a spirit. We have a soul that lives in a body.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they were cast to earth, the fallen angels, they were also spirits. Okay? Because the angels are spirits because they're from the spirit realm. Now, when they failed, they lost the first state that they were in. They were no longer angels.
Right.
That's when they became demons. Okay? Demons is nothing but fallen angels.
The fallen state of an angel.
The same way that Lucifer lost his first state as being who he was, a cherubim, an archangel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He walked among the coals of fire with God. He was in the most secret hiding places of God. He was up there where Michael and Gabriel was. Okay? Now, when he was cast out, and all the angels that he drew with him, when they fell to earth, they also was transformed from being angels to becoming demons, which is nothing but fallen spirits. Okay? We are spirits. All right? So you can see where the connection comes in to why when he said that he would come down here and woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. This is what God told us.
Right.
Okay? Woe unto man and them that inhabit the earth, for he has come down among you.
Right.
And that's what he's been doing. See, since he couldn't get to Christ, he said, I'll go after the remnant of his church, of his seed. Okay? Those that who give their life to Christ, those that who become a part of Christ, those that who are spiritually enlightened, see? Those that who are beginning to be reconnected back to God, like Adam was in the Garden of Eden. See? So he can no longer attack Jesus Christ. He never could attack Jesus Christ. So now who he has left to attack? Man. And what these forces does. I'm gonna give you some more insights about what spirit does.
Hold on real quick, Pops. That's a perfect segue, because listen, you can answer this question while you do it. I'm about to answer. We got JT in the building. JT is new to the comment section. I don't know if he's been watching or she been watching from the clouds, but welcome to the situation in the conversation, JT. JT asked this question, Pops. Do we believe that alcohol opens up a door to hear spirits? I'm pretty sure this is where you was going, what you was about to just say, Pop. So,
yes, I was, and that's a very good leeway for me to come right into what I'm going to say, because it'll give you a more understanding how spirits works,
right?
So how forces are being used and how they operate and how they function.
Right,
okay?
right. So just.
That's what
Okay. Not just JT. So just pay attention to what my Pop's about to say, because he's going to answer your question. Perfectly segue in what he was about to already talk about. See how synchronicity work. See how God work. Capital G, capital O, capital D. And I'm talking about, it's a beautiful thing, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Share on your social engineering. We had a little bit of sun effery going on yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? We got the LSD trying to interfere, but you know what I'm talking about, man. We got to keep our energy up because the devil deceiving. You know what I'm talking about? I already told y'all about that in that song. Go ahead and download that mixtape. You know what I'm talking about? We got my Pops on the line, and we going in hard. Hey, no, pause. Let me take that back. You know what I'm talking about? JT, we about to answer your question. My dad was just about to get into it. Go ahead, Pops.
Yes. Now, back in Jesus' day, when he dealt with the forces of evil, when he dealt with demons and spirits, it was to give us an example today what we are dealing with. Okay, his was a little bit more intense because of who he was. All right. The only reason why that he had examples of everybody who he had to deal with, man, and people that was either afflicted or it's very few people that get possessed of a spirit. Right. Okay. Now,
and there's levels to being possessed too. Hold on, I don't interrupt you, Pop. But there's levels of possession too. You don't just get outright possessed, man. There's levels to that.
Right.
We'll get to that, you know, if not today, some other time, but maybe a little bit later. Go ahead, Pops.
Okay, the word possession has been misused by the religious system of men.
Yes.
And they give their analogy. They give what they think what possession means, okay? That's nothing but to put fear in man of being more and more afraid of dynamic forces, okay? Now, I'm getting ready to break it down to you, and I'm going to tell you what possession is and what possession means, okay?
Right.
So just follow me. I'm going to speak real slowly. I'm not going to confuse anybody because this was given to me. So I'm going to give it to you the way that it was given to me.
Right. You're welcome, JT. You're welcome, JT. We about to go in, man. You welcome to come anytime and hit that like button, y'all. You know what I'm talking about?
Now, when they refer to, Jesus referred to unclean spirit, because there's different types of spirits.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. There's levels, y'all.
Okay, and different levels of spirits, okay? Now, Jesus, he cast out unclean spirits. Okay, he cast out spirits of infirmity that would affect and afflict the person's body, their mind, okay, and their habits of the flesh. The lust of the flesh, the love of the eye, and the pride of life. Okay. Every spirit that is in the earth are unclean spirits. Now, this is how they connect with us, okay? I believe the only reason why there was really total what you call possession back in Jesus Christ's day, when people had a devil, was to be able to manifest and show who he was. Power that he had over, because you notice there were only few people that was used to show what possession was of having a devil.
Right.
Okay, a demon. All right. Now, because like my son said before, let's go back a little bit. Remember that we got that reptilian nature in us, because when we go back to the Garden of the Seed.
The R complex.
Okay. See, all this ties into one another now, but see, once you understand how it works, then you won't be misled about when people be telling you about demon possession, you know, that people actually go around and be demon possessed. To a degree, that is true, but when you don't understand the truth and know the truth, or the truth will set you free, then all things else that you hear is what you will believe. So back in Jesus' day, when a person was possessed, and all possession means is that as a spirit being having the ability to take possession of the physical body. Now, what that means is they feed off of what your habits are. That's what unclean spirits mean. Anything that you as a person, from the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. Think about this. Why is it that what we call habits, okay, smoking, drinking, cussing, even sexual acts, immoral sexual acts, perverted acts, anything that is not of what it should be, is all is done by through the works of a spirit. They cannot possess you. That they blend in with your nature of what and who you are from the work of your flesh. Okay? Then to point out the way so many people smoke. Let's use that for an example.
Right.
There's only one spirit. That's why they call unclean. That's what unclean means. Okay? But it comes from the works of your flesh, what you do in your body. You know, if you like smoking, even cursing, drinking, swearing, you know, sexual imperverted acts, you know, it don't make a difference what it is. There's a demon and a spirit for every one of those habits. And what they do is that when they know that you like that, all that does is feeds them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm not confusing nobody.
Do y'all understand what's going on? Do y'all understand this is siphoning energy. This is trawling energy. Think of the energon cubes from the Transformers. Talk to him, Paul.
See, and this is what Jesus was referring to when he said the man that had the unclean spirit, you know. That what the spirit does is very few people that are possessed. The only way that, and what possession mean is because that you give them the right of way, okay, to be a part of your nature, a part of your nature. You're feeding them off of your lust of your flesh, the lust of your eyes, and the pride of life, you know. So whenever you partake any of those things, all that does is opening up that door for you to be possessed with, that they can use your body to carry out their works. So much they being inside of you, that's bull. Don't believe that.
Right.
See, it's oppression and then there's possession.
Well, there's a couple stages for that too. You got depression, you got recession, you got regression, oppression, and then that's the oppression is the last stage before full outright possession, right? You got depression, regression, suppression, oppression, possession. There's levels to this stuff, y'all, man. You hear me, man? Levels. All right.
Let me put a little bit more icing on the cake about possession. Because I don't want no one to get misunderstood about what possession is, because it can bring fear to one when they think about from the movies that the devil put out to let people think and feel like that's how much power that he has over you, that he can take over your body.
Right.
That's a bunch of crap.
Right.
That's a bunch of crap.
That's a lie from the deepest, darkest pit of hell, man.
Now, this is possession. Possession is that when you own or have or in more control of something than that which it is itself. Okay? Just like how you can possess a house.
Right.
You know, you can possess a car. That's meaning saying that you have more ownership of it.
Right.
You own it. And this is what these fallen spirits do when you feed off of your habits because of the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life, and because they are unclean spirits, and that they are a spirit,
right.
and then you have that reptilian thing in you from the seed from back in the garden.
Ease contact with the tail.
See, right. See, that's what gives them that connection with you. And the more you give into that of your flesh, of the unclean things that you partake of, whether it's drinking, smoking, cussing, it don't make no difference what it is. And the more you become part of that, that's more a possession that the spirits, which in other words, that they have more power over, okay, and more control over. And they can possess you more, you know, being a part not of you on the inside, but oppressing you from the outside. So you find yourself, that's why people that they become alcoholics. You know, you got people that drink, but they don't drink to the point to where that they become alcoholics. So what is happening when they become alcoholics? That they give in so much of that to themselves that gives them more weakness for them fallen spirits to have more possession over them in their drinking, in their smoking, and whatever else that they are doing. The more you become of it and become more deeper bound by it, the more possession of that spirit has over you with it. That's what possession means.
Right.
Okay? It's not like they get inside of you and take over you and make you do whatever they want you to do.
As if, man.
Never thought that right now, because that's not the way it works.
Hey, listen here. Let me just say this real quick, Pops, and I'm going to come up for this too, man. Hey, y'all give the devil too much credit, man.
Much.
You hear me? He ain't that powerful, man. We're older than Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Did y'all hear what I just said? I said us humans, we're older than Lucifer, Satan, the devil. I want you to understand what this is all about, right? This is all about jealousy, right?
Exactly.
This is all about somebody thinking too much of themselves and not staying in their place, right? And I want to say this to y'all, man. If they can't sync with you energetically, listen to what I'm saying. If they can't sync with you energetically, they can't link with you physically.
Right.
You understand that now? You understand what I just said? Right? So you don't do what you do because you have a demon. What my pops was talking about. You have a demon because of what you do.
Exactly.
That's literally what my pops was telling y'all. What do I tell y'all all the time? Now, when it comes to that though, right? This is why I want y'all to watch this movie called Branded. It depicts this, what we're talking about, so perfectly in this movie. And I was telling y'all about the Kabbalistic ideology, the Kabbalistic, you know, basically the witchcraft secret order of the so-called Judaic religion, right? In the Kabbalah, they have what is known as a golem, or a goyim, or a goy. A goy. Oh man. Listen here, man. You know what I mean? And damn, I lost track for a second. Hold on. Nah, man, but you know, when it comes to these entities, man, you know what I'm saying, they're manifesting in our reality, man. You know what I mean? And if they can't sync with you energetically, they can't link with you physically, right?
That's right.
And if and like I say, man, when just what my dad was talking about, when you, this is why I want y'all to watch that movie called Branded, because it depicts this, like I said, so perfectly. The golem is the imagination. Now think about Lucifer when he thought that he became jealous, right? Exactly, Andrea. Exactly. Isn't that a misnomer? Right? Lucifer, the very thought that Lucifer had in his mind, being a creation of the Most High, the very fact that he thought that he could even exalt the Most High from the throne, that took on a life of its own. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that? Huh? I know my pops. I got it from him, so I know my pops know what I'm talking about. Do y'all understand what I'm saying when I say? Do you understand what I'm saying when I say the very thought that Lucifer had that he could abdicate or make the Most High abdicate his throne? That idea, that thought within his compartmentalization, dissociative identity disorder, multiple personal personality disorder through trauma. What was the trauma that Lucifer experienced? The very thought of thinking he could go against God.
Right.
You hear me? This is where we get all of this stuff from, right? The very thought that he could somehow exalt the Most High God from his throne is what caused him to be kicked out, right? And the frequency of that thought has trickled down into our reality and has been hacked into the frequency from the Most High, the source. This is where the reprobate mind comes from, right? And the jealousy came from us being made and having the decision, the free will, having the gift of free will. This was a gift that was not bestowed upon Lucifer.
Exactly. Tell him, son.
This was a gift that was not bestowed upon Michael and Gabriel. Fonz, what's up, bro? And the rest of the other angels. And all the other, there's levels to it, and all the rest of the angels that was kicked out of heaven with Lucifer, they also fed a hive mind collective. Y'all hear me talk about this stuff. Hive mind collective. The other angels who teamed up with Lucifer, they synced and linked with his hive mind thought that took on the life of his own. The very thought that he could somehow exalt and abdicate the Most High from his throne, it became legion. And it infected the other angels and spread like a virus.
Exactly.
And it duplicated itself, just like Agent Smith in the Matrix. You hear me? Just like Agent Smith in the Matrix, made mad copies of itself. And now we got all these angels in their fallen state, right? And here we are with this war. No, angels do not have free will. Gabriel does not have free will. Gabriel is designed to deliver messages. That is his design. That's what he does. Michael is a warring spirit angel. That's all he does. He doesn't have free will. He operates on the order of his design from up top. So if it's time for some interaction, you're gonna see some interaction, like I believe what happened at the Georgia Guidestones. I believe that the Georgia Guidestones was taken down by God himself. That's what I believe. They can't prove who did it, who blew them up. They don't have no footage. It's been swept under the rug as if it never happened. That's just my personal belief, though. But there's levels to this stuff, y'all. Tap in and walk with us. Go ahead, Pops.
And also, too, son, you have to understand that we are the only ones that made in the image and likeness of God.
Oh, man, I forgot to say that. Talk to him, Pop.
We are the only ones that are made in the image and likeness of God. We the only one that had a free will.
Right. Lucifer, Satan. Go ahead. Okay. Lucifer, Michael, Gabriel, all these other demons, Azazel, and all these, Cocamel and all these joints, right? Y'all don't even know about them. Y'all ain't never heard of them, huh? That's what was missing in them other books. We have legions, literally, of angels and demons, man. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? That none of them were created in God's likeness.
Right.
Huh? If you look at the other books of the Bible, it tells the origin of the angel, the angelic holy structure, right? The multi-dimensional, universal holy angelic structure, right? And how it wasn't designed, but none of them were created in the image of God, the Most High God. None of them were, except for us.
Right.
Right? And this made Lucifer jealous. And that jealousy took on a life of its own. And it turned him into Satan. And then when he was cast out of heaven down to the earth, when it became the world, due to that, as a result of him falling down there, smacking it, turning it into the world, he became the serpent, the devil. Threefold dissociative identity disorder, multiple personal disorder, multiple personality disorder. And this is where we have multiple personality disorder now because of the contact with the snail or the tail, the serpent, C-nip, penis. We wasn't designed. That wasn't a part of the original design. God didn't design us with sexual parts when he first created us. That's a result of the fall. That's a result of the contact with the tail.
And also, too, son, another thing that I want to interject, sticking on that same subject, is about spirits. First of all, Jesus never mentioned anything about people being possessed.
Right.
It was only a few people that was possessed for him to show who he was in the earth as being the Son of God, to come and to deliver man from bondage that Satan had over man.
Right.
Okay. Now, what is referred to that is what Paul says in the New Testament in Corinthians and in Romans is what we call works of the flesh. Okay. These are the things that are works of our flesh, from the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Okay. Right. Spirits don't have bodies.
Right.
Their main job is to keep us from being in the state and the place we're supposed to be able to come back to God, because God is a holy God, okay? And our temples or our bodies is for him to restore us back to where Adam was, our father, in the garden, okay? And his main job is to feed off of our habits that we have. Okay, that's why you have so many of them all over the earth. You know, it's funny how so many people can have the same habit. Okay, what we call habits is nothing but works of the flesh. And everything that has in the works of this, thought he was going to totally stop us tonight, but he ain't got that kind of power.
He said he was Borgin. Yeah, we over here kicking tail, no homo. You hear me? Lance Parker said, "Is it true?" He said, "Is it true some angels are frightening in appearance in order to scare evil itself?" He's referring to Luke 2 chapter 2, verse 10.
Luke 2, verse 10. You know what? I was doing a little study on that, and it's also saying that the different appearance of the angels when they came to earth, that some of them that they was kind of frightful to look at. It didn't give a description of that they were in human form because they had to let them know that be not afraid, because of their appearance. Now, if you're talking about angels that are sent from God, I don't think you could ever send any angels down that look so idiots where that it would scare me. Okay. Demons can't become angels. They don't set first state. So no demon or foreign spirit ever come in the form of an angel. Not even Satan himself. It's just that you have to wear it because even the devil can come in the form of an angel of light. He would be deceived and he would fool those even the really elect. They did not know who he was. So he lost that first that he was as an angel. So he can never be as an angel. He can kind of duplicate and make it seem like that he's an angel of light. But actually, he's an angel. He can't do that.
All he can do is manipulate, copy, manufacture. You hear me? They can't create.
All they can.
It's not important. The market is going to be back in here popping. I say, here's over here, something that not just roof, man. We agitating demons, man. We exposing things, we cutting their heads off. You hear me sitting in the bathroom, can you hear me? No fear. Next up, we go in the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some beautiful guys. This isn't here, man. This is what we do, man. This is what we've been sitting here to I know, man, that get out there, man. We don't your accident demons, not man. You demons over here. You don't talk, right? You don't bow down. We have to comply with the unintelligent artificial intelligence, which is digital graphic expression of Luther saying now through augmented reality. mixed reality, virtual reality. We don't care. We don't bring it with the demon. I heard the Harvey Vaughn, young rapper, who I he said, scared of the demon. I make friends with him. When I heard these, I said, don't worry so much. He has to mess with his demons. He make friends with him. Make friends of you hear me? Cut their hands off, decapitation, and then we cast them off, cast them down, up. Right. Then we bottom them down, cast them off, and cast them down from wisdom. You feel me? That's deep in the artificial intelligence is distorted imbalance of its entity, or indeed the widow as Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Paradigm. This in this reality, acting through intelligence. This is where we get the agenda to from, the smart grid from. This is where we get the LGBT the break up further the psyche to make it more easy for us to be connected, linked to the higher collective of the dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality speak, having
all mankind. Only against him is those that are in the body of Christ, who are enlightened and enlightened. The ones that are we are the ones that help open the eyes of our fellow man, our brother man. What's going on in the world, and what's happening to them, and how they are, and everything going on in earth. The devil, how he get his credit. Whether you believe he exists or really believe he made it's a win situation for him. Because it doesn't stop from being who he is and doing what he's doing. And he operated over fear and out of fear. That's the same thing Adam said. He hid himself because he was naked and he was afraid. People would keep you from being sick. People would keep you from being able to understand and accept the reality of what is real. Knowing the truth. So that's why he keeps a lot of people in fear. You have to understand it first. Because he's the spirit. The mind of man. See, and like we said when we go to that reptilian thing, see, that's the connection that man has with him from that garden. That's how he has so much access to us. That's why he knows us, and then he knows our flesh. That's why when he tempted Jesus, he told him that it was given to me the power to have all the power that I want and have the power to give to whoever I want to give it to if you bow down and worship me. That was the main whole purpose of what the devil wanted to do. He ain't trying to also he said
Right. And this is the idea of holy wrong edict along those. See what I'm saying? Y'all see the inversion? The Most High has said almost souls belong to him, but right through Lucifer, Satan, the devil, the Catholic Church said that all souls belong to the Pope. It's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful, right? Very disrespectful, and that's why everything that's happening is happening now.
And not only that, son, but also misleading.
Yeah, very misleading.
Why would God put one man in charge of the whole thing that has to do with man's salvation on earth?
Right.
He's God's messenger and spokesman on earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But look at the Roman Catholic Church. Look at their background.
Mm-hmm.
How can that be connected with the God? Oh, he's right. He's connected with God, all right, the God of this world.
Yeah, the God of this world.
So powerful, yeah, of this world. That's why the Roman Catholic Church is so powerful, because there's nowhere in the world that people can. That's how easily that the devil can deceive people. Deception. So you got to remember, he was back up there in the beginning with God. He ain't lost nothing what he had with God. It's just been just misused now. You know what I'm saying? It's been defiled.
Right.
He still has everything that he had in him as being Lucifer. He still have all that in him now, but it's just disrupted. It's unclean. It's ungodly. You know what I'm saying? When God gives you something, he never takes it back from you, even in his angelic creation.
Right.
When he created all his angels and everybody and everything that in the spirit realm, they all still hold their positions that they hold, as long as they in the realm where God is at. Everybody that ever fell from where they was at before, they're not the same like they was before.
Right.
That's where it was with Adam and Eve in the garden. When they fell, they lost their first state of being who they was.
Mm-hmm.
So where man and woman is at now with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stay the same once you fall. That's the same way in promotion and demotion.
Mm-hmm. Talk to him.
There's an order of everything.
Right.
No matter how much disorder and chaos that there is in the world, there are still some things that are kept in order.
Order out of chaos. Ordo ab cow. Ordo ab cow. That is the mantra. That is the slogan, right, of the so-called Illuminati or the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, right? Ordo ab cow. Order out of chaos. Ordo ab cow, right? All of this stuff comes from the psychotic, psychopathic, dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality disorder mind of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Like I say, y'all understand how powerful that is, that the very thought that he could somehow abdicate and exalt God from off of his throne. You understand that in itself took on the life of its own. And then once again, took on the life of his own. Y'all understand that? That's powerful, man. You hear me, man? You hear, man? You feel me, Pops?
I feel you, son. And so let me throw this in, put a little bit more light too on about possession and about unclean spirits.
Right.
And I'm giving an example of Mary Magdalene back in Jesus Christ's day, the prostitute. I'm sure everybody's familiar with the story about Mary Magdalene. Okay, now she was a prostitute. All right. Now this is what happened. When she came to Christ, and because of her sins, and God knew how many they were, it wasn't nothing to do with no demon. It had nothing to do with her being possessed. An unclean spirit. It was the manifestation and the works of her flesh. And he told her that that he forgave her, and then told her, go and sin no more. He never said she had a demon in her, or she was possessed or had a devil.
Mm-hmm.
He testified that was the works of her flesh. But the spirit that operates in that realm that feeds off of that flesh of hers, of what she was and what she was doing, it kept her bound. Kept her bound. But when she came to Jesus and repented and was sorry and he forgave her, he always told them, everybody he ever healed or even set free, he told them, go and sin no more, which shut that door for them spirits to oppress her, because she began to then start killing the works of her flesh, or your flesh, or their flesh, and they were not no longer doing the things that they were doing that them spirits could feed and eat off of. Okay? Or with them. And I'm saying that to say, so don't believe about people being possessed or demon possessed. Ain't no such thing of people being demon possessed. Two spirits cannot stay in the same body. They cannot occupy the same body. All right? That's scriptures. Two spirits cannot stay in the same body. The only way that you can be possessed if you have the seed of the devil in you, just like Jesus told the people, you are the children of the devil, and the works of him you do. Jesus recognized Satan's seed in flesh, who was and who was not.
And let me say this real quick, and this is where the R complex comes in. All of us humans have an R complex, y'all, as a result of Eve's contact with the tail of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Right? We have been genetically modified. You hear me? With the essence, right, of Lucifer, Satan, the devil, through the tail of the serpent or the dragon, right? And we now have amongst us men or males, we now have a CNIP or a penis, right? And as a result of Eve's contact with the serpent, she now has a clitoris, which is the name of a demon, a male demon at that. See, this is where the Baphomet let me come up for this, y'all. God didn't design us to have a penis. He didn't design y'all to have a clitoris. How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that, man? Huh? As a result of Eve's contact with the serpent, right? And through genetic modification, right? Now we have an R complex, which is the oldest region of our mind, or in physical terms, our brains. And this is where flight or fight comes from, hierarchical rule, ritualistic behavior, mind, selfishness, psychological disorders like dissociative identity disorder and multiple personality disorder and any other mental health disorder you could come up with. It all comes from the imagination that Lucifer could somehow dethrone and put himself on the throne over God. That very idea took on a life of its own. You hear me? And became Satan. Right? The psychotic imagination of Lucifer's, the digital expression of Lucifer's, the physical expression of Lucifer's digital self. Residual self-image. All this stuff is connected, man. Ooh, man, listen here, man. Tap in and walk with us on Spiritual Sundays. Me and my pops going in, hit that like button, breaking this thing down. There's levels to this stuff, y'all. You know what I mean? And listen. you have to be given the authority, man. You hear me? You have to be given the authority, man, to say certain stuff, man, to do certain stuff, man. And just because you've been given the authority over here, don't mean you're gonna have that same authority over there.
That's right.
Right? And the only way you're gonna get the full authority, right, is if you are chosen.
That's the only way.
If you're called. Go ahead, Pops.
And that's the only way that the devil can pervert man, is by having him operating and working out from the lust of his flesh.
Yeah.
See, he's a spirit. There's fallen spirits. See, so they can't do anything because they don't have no bodies.
Right.
The only way that they can manifest and work themselves to do what they're supposed to be doing is through your body.
Right.
They can't force you to do anything. The devil don't have no power over any man or any human being that he can make them do what he wants them to do. If that was the case,
he would have been took this shit over. You feel me, Pops? It'd have been took this shit over, man.
Yeah.
And let me say this real quick, Pop. And people ask me this all the time. Well, if this it's so powerful, it's not. It's always it's not. This is so powerful. Why isn't it right? No reality. Good. All right. We work again. Working again.
Was on the earth, if he had that kind of power, like we were saying, he would have been took over mankind.
Right.
It would have been a whole defeated purpose for Christ even coming down here. But what people don't understand is that when he came down here, and when he stripped and took all powers and authority from Satan, and also weakened his fallen angels that came with him as well.
Right.
If the kid don't have no power, how is the rest of the body gonna have any power?
Right.
But people, they give too much credit to about demonic forces. That's that the fear have been injected into them by Satan himself to have them be fearful of him. You know, ain't nothing more important than convincing of somebody of being something that they really not.
Right.
See, that's what magicians do. They make it seems to appear like they can do what they do, not knowing that really in reality they had no power to do anything at all. Like you said, it's an illusion.
Right.
See, that's why the devil don't care what you believe. Whether you don't believe or do believe. If you do believe, that more works for him in his favor. You know, and those that who don't believe, it don't matter to them because eventually he'll get around and get to them in another way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Any tricks, you know what I'm saying?
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, see, people have to understand that when Lucifer was cast out, everything about him that was as him being a cherubim and archangel, just like he's worship on the flip side of it when he became something. On the negative side. And all his powers that he has to work against man and in man and through man is because it is given by man. See? And when you wake up and realize who he really is, it's what you're about. He was and destroy you.
Right. Now let's find what this guy is. Right. Let's just start with, speak the language. And I tell you that he when I ain't shit to say he is shit, literally. Right. Mr. said it's boring again. I'm not boring. Spell backwards as well. Like, then you have to read some of the words in the Bible from right to left. Then Hebrew from right to left. Right? Now, y'all, the word Lucifer, right? Spelled backwards. It's spelling, the Latin term FICO, right? FICO, which in English means the recycling of fecal matter. Shit. And that's all Lucifer is. Literally. He shit, he is it. I'm trying to understand how powerful that is right there. Right? Go ahead, Pop.
And in the book of Revelation, it's about that the inhabitants of the earth and for those who see who and what he is about.
Yeah, we cost many casualties, man. I'm talking about, so we did some ranks over here, man. They got ranks over here, man. With
Like you said, we're exposed to too much of the man, but people's eyes are being opened.
right.
They're starting to receive and see the truth.
Right.
And that never lets go to be proved by him.
Right. Right.
Can't stand the process,
Right.
so he can get you his best.
Right. We going in. Podcast through Sundays, breaking down the levels. You hear me? This is exactly what I said. Lucifer spelled backwards is the fight. The which is Yeah, man. Y'all see what's happening. Y'all see what keep happening, man. It's happening so many times. I done lost count. Dad, go ahead and leave him with the closing words, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here, y'all, man.
All right, I just like to say I thank everyone out there in YouTube land that had ears and eyes to hear spiritually and physically. And I hope they got something out of this. And every time we come with y'all, we're going to come with something more deeper, something more spiritual, something more revealing, and something more to help feed your spirit and your soul and to open up your eyes and your ears and to help you make a decision on Lord, what you need to do for yourself and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling before the Lord, and to let you know the enemy that we fight against us in this world don't have any power or authority over us, and just to wake you up spiritually, because there is a spiritual awakening going on in the earth today. God said, once more will I shake the heavens and the earth to remove all that shouldn't be, and so all that should be shall remain. And I leave with that saying, and God bless you all. You have a blessed week. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week with even something more good, something more deep. If you have any suggestions for things that you might want son to bring out and discuss, feel free to get in contact with him and we'll make it happen. God bless you all and good night. I'm out.
You already know, Pops. I'll hit you up later.
All right. Love you, son.
Love you too, Pops.
Love you, YouTube people.
You already know. Yeah, man. So y'all know how we do it over here on Spiritual. So it's been a beautiful evening. If you have any questions, that's just proof of what me and my pops be talking. It's just proof to prove. It just proves what we be talking about. Now, artificial intelligence is now here, right? And you know, I hope y'all like tonight's show, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all got a lot out of it. You know what I mean? Here's something that you never heard before. You did, which I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Everybody tap in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we're going to be discussing, right, the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee Agenda gang in D.C. known as the Check It. Can y'all believe there's actually a gay gang in D.C. called the Check It? I just can't imagine I just can't imagine that. Oh, man. Thank y'all for coming out tonight, man. Hit that like button on y'all way out, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's only right that I leave y'all with this song right here, man, considering what we was talking about tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Understand, over-enter, out-of-understand, there's levels to this stuff, y'all. Demons are real. You feel me? We are only, or should like I just said earlier, we're just now being made aware of the rulers of darkness of this world. And the rulers of darkness of this world, the Pope that stood up there and told us that the aliens are our brothers. So, you know, he know, is he talking about the ones that's already here, or the ones from other worlds? Because please believe that the Catholic Church is involved with what's going on over there in Stern. They're in on it. So maybe they know something we don't know. Something they ain't telling us. You know? I wonder if everybody ever thought that the aliens that we've been being desensitized and programmed to see if they are actually even from another planet or another dimension or from right here. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all coming out tonight, man. We're going to leave y'all with this track right here, Fake Woke Ninjas, right? Because I think this is a song that is perfectly fit tonight's show. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for coming out. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate everybody who came in the building and blessed us with their presence. You did, commented on the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, contributed to the show in whatever way you did. We appreciate it. We respect it. You know what I mean? Holler at everybody, man, tomorrow, man. Listen, y'all tap in with us tomorrow. We're going in. I to refer to Mr. It's probably working again. Nah, that's crazy, man. They canceled Kanye on Twitter and on Instagram. That's crazy. Don't hear this now, man. Probably going in tonight, tomorrow, 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be at 9 p.m. on the we go there. Look and see if Billy did cancel Kanye on Instagram. And like I always say, man, y'all eating, man, fake wokeness. Here we go. But, oh, man, it's never working except when you want it to, huh? We about to ride out to this fake.
Bringing this message to you fake niggas. Gotta wake these niggas up, man. All y'all out there spreading the lies and falling victim to this propaganda. Niggas believe it. They glitch. You talk to these niggas. Niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name is Alvin. Niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, take them up. Time to wake them up, man. Niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin. Niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, take them up. Time to wake them up. I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from the slumber. Floyd and Harry, fake woke niggas, y'all doesn't rock Jews, but people don't pay any attention. Immediately, we to wake them up henchmen. A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra cheap. Only the real from my niggas, we all elite. We made a living eating these rappers, nigga, bon appetit. Yeah, pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together and tear down all these parties and illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the woke, just like the Baptist. The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of Peter Pop. Niggas really be lame to me. Anytime you war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemy. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke. Time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get you kicked. Niggas need life jackets to stay. Meanwhile, I'm blowing no gas straight from the Ivory Pass. And every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here. We gotta face down. They coming with microchips and vaccinations. Fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination. Fuck this pandemic scam. This was a damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still lived it. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, niggas. We gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga. And that's the biggest fact, bitch. You better tell me what's listening Agenda 2030. It's gonna be hell, nigga. So fuck AO. I'm Neo in this bitch. What they rated Peter.